right, let's switch gears now and talk about your weather. A sticky and steamy day here across the Carolinas, leading into another warm evening, but we're also watching for the chance of storms.
Yeah, it seems to be a common theme lately, Brad.
Yeah, the pop-up storms, and a lot of times people are rooting for them. They want them to come to their house, and sometimes, you know, it doesn't always happen with these pop-up storms, but more of them will be in the forecast over the next couple of days. The 3 H's of summer are certainly here. Hazy, hot, and humid, isolated storms, higher storm chances this weekend, but not a complete washout either day. Slightly cooler early next week, and I really emphasize the slightly part. Now, here's the visible imagery. Notice all the sunshine out there. There's little arc clouds there and there, and when we look at the radar, we don't see a whole lot in our area, but the high pressure off the East Coast is still pumping in that tropical air. We call that the Bermuda high. It really drives a lot of our weather during the summertime. And notice that arc of green right there. The reason I'm showing you that right there, that's what we call an outflow boundary. There's another one there. These are set for a collision here later this evening somewhere across the Piedmont. When those two collide, sometimes you'll get a burst of thunderstorms and showers to develop. Those outflow boundaries are key to sometimes our summertime storms. When one storm kind of falls apart, the rain-cooled air rushes out in what we call the cold pool. This cold pool creates essentially a mini cool front. That's the outflow boundary. It will show up on radar sometimes. As it collides with warm, humid air or even another outflow boundary, you can see new storm development on the edges, and that's likely what we're going to see this evening. Now, hopefully not too many clouds, because 9:30 we've got a great pass of the International Space Station. 7 minutes long, nice steady light. Get the kids out there. Should be spectacular. Starts in the southwest sky, finishes up in the northeast sky. Now, there will be a few lingering clouds, but I do think we'll clear out for the most part. This weekend, higher rain chances for a couple of reasons. A cold front gets closer, but we see a long line of showers and storms developing in the Piedmont of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, because of something called the Lee Trough ahead of this system. As Sunday approaches, the front should help kick off scattered storms. So not all day rains, but those evening hour time frames, Saturday and Sunday, could feature more storms. Tomorrow, almost identical to today, but watch what happens Saturday. Storms first start up here on the ridge tops in the mountains and then work their way down in the Piedmont right around dinner time and then push off to the southeast even after sunset. I think we'll see a repeat of that on Sunday. So both days looking very similar. Still low 90s because the sun is out. It's blazing hot until about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and then those scattered afternoon storms develop in the evening. So if you're going to the pool or the lake, earlier in the afternoon, the better. By evening time, you're going to be dodging some scattered storms, and some could be strong. And if you're not dodging the storms, you're dodging the mosquitoes. The SKEETER meter off the charts right now. We are in the peak of mosquito season. Hot, humid weather, that's the wheelhouse for mosquitoes as well. They love it, and boy, have they been out lately. So tomorrow, another day with some lower 80s in the mountains. Still a cooler place to be than many areas east of the mountains, where we'll see low and mid 90s. I do think we'll see some mid 90s showing up in the Piedmont. Heads up for an isolated storm. The chances overall about 30%, but the 7-day forecast features that slight cool down. 86 is technically about 5 degrees below average for this time of year, but we're right back into the low 90s by the middle and end of next week.